Welcome, my radiant Leo souls, both the long-time celestial strutters and the brand new fire-hearted explorers, to Golden Fortune Leo, your spiritual pride rock where boldness meets destiny. Now, whether you landed here because the YouTube algorithm finally got its life together, or because Spirit nudged you with a late-night curiosity click at 3:33 a.m., yes, I see you angel number watchers. Trust me, it's no accident. Leos don't just stumble into places they re-summoned. Now let's set something straight, and I say this with 30+ years of decoding star charts, karmic cycles, and cosmic temper tantrums. God does not whisper destiny into chaos. He waits until the lion finally sits down. Not to nap but to listen. Heart humbled, ego on mute, soul wide open. That heartbreak? That season of being overlooked? That weird year when your light dimmed for no reason? It wasn't punishment. Oh no, it was divine prep work. You're not just healing. You're being refined for royalty. You see, Leo, you're not just another bright soul in your family tree. You are the chosen one. The generational curse breaker. The energetic thermostat in every room. The lion whose roar wakes up the jungle, especially when everyone else forgot how to feel alive. So if your spirit's been pacing like it's waiting for something big, spoiler alert, this is it. And in the year of triumph 2025, the crown you've been quietly polishing in the shadows? It's finally about to fit. Now let's dive in because Spirit has a lot to say, and this jungle? It's been way too quiet without you. Surrender equals elevation. Now let me tell you something, Leo, and I say this with all the love of someone who's studied more star charts than there are candles on your last birthday cake. Going higher doesn't always mean louder, flashier, or trendier. Sometimes, going higher just means going deeper. We live in a world that confuses elevation with exposure. But hear me, Leo, true elevation isn't about having your name in lights. It's about having your soul in alignment. Fame? Sure, it's fun. Who doesn't want a few applause breaks and a well-lit selfie moment? But intimacy with the divine? Now that's the real glow-up. No filter needed. And your breaking season? That wasn't a breakdown. That was a sacred setup. The universe wasn't tearing you apart, it was rearranging you. Like a sculptor chipping away at marble, Spirit was carving out everything that didn't belong to your royalty. I've seen this pattern time and again. Every Leo I've known who's gone through a long emotional winter, the kind where the sun forgets your name and the world feels about 2 sizes too small, ends up becoming someone others instinctively run to for warmth. You are the bonfire, Leo. People gather around you not just for your beauty, but for your light, your heat, your healing. Think about it. David? Joseph? They weren't just leaders overnight. They were tested in private before being trusted in public. So if you've been feeling hidden lately, congratulations. You're in excellent company. Surrender isn't weakness, Leo. It's divine strategy. Because sometimes, the only way up, is down on your knees, letting go of the roar just long enough to hear the whisper. And trust me, when you rise again, the world won't just hear you. They'll feel you. Now Leo, let's get into the real backbone of your divine rise, the 3 cosmic keys that will either launch you into your greatness or keep you circling the same emotional cul-de-sac wondering why nothing's changing. And trust me, as someone who's been reading charts longer than some of y'all have been journaling your moon feelings, I'm telling you this stuff matters. First, let go of familiar comfort. You can't lead a pride if you're still emotionally renting space in last season's mindset. That comfort zone you've been clinging to? It's not royalty. It's rust. And yes, I get it, Leos love luxury, and comfort feels like a cashmere blanket after a long day of pretending everything's fine. But here's the truth. The universe doesn't crown kings and queens who refuse to leave the couch of emotional familiarity. Sometimes the most spiritual thing you can do is clean out the metaphorical snack drawer, especially if it includes old jobs, old flames, or old belief systems that no longer nourish you. If your ex, your boss, or your bad habits are still dictating your schedule, Leo, it's time for a divine decluttering. I say that with love and maybe a slight nudge. Second, discipline over emotion. Now this one's tender. Leos are ruled by the sun, which means your emotions don't just simmer, they shine. You feel things big, love hard, and when you're hurt, it's Shakespeare-level tragedy. But the year of triumph 2025 isn't about emotional fireworks that burn out before sunrise. It's about steady fire. Controlled burn. You need consistency, not just passion. Discipline is the bridge between inspiration and transformation. Think of it like this: your feelings are valid, but they are not always factual. Your vision? That's the North Star. So even when you don't feel like being bold, generous, or focused, that's when it matters most. That's how lions rule kingdoms, they stay the course even when the jungle gets loud. And finally, faith without a GPS. This is where things get mystical. Leo, the path you're being called to walk? It's not going to come with a 5-year plan or a step-by-step YouTube tutorial. This is divine trust territory. Like Abraham, like Peter, like anyone Spirit ever called to more, you're not always going to know where you're going, you're just going to know who sent you. And no, there won't be a MapQuest link. There won't even be cell service. But that roar in your belly? That's your compass. That sacred discomfort? That's the holy breadcrumb trail. Let me be real with you, faith without evidence is terrifying. But it's also what separates those who shine for a moment from those who shift generations. You're not just walking for you. You're blazing a trail for others who don't even know your name yet. That's legacy, Leo. And that's what the year of triumph 2025 is all about. So let go. Show up. And trust the unknown. Because when a Leo says yes to the unseen, the entire jungle takes notice. Let me walk you through something I've seen time and time again across charts, across ages, across souls who had that look in their eyes. That look that says, something is shifting, but I can't quite name it yet. If you're a Leo right now and the old thrills aren't thrilling, the old dramas feel dusty, and your sense of normal feels like it shrank in the wash, congratulations, you're not breaking down. You're being upgraded. The universe doesn't send a memo when it's time to evolve. It sends signs. Subtle at first, like spiritual post-it notes, then increasingly loud, like your inner GPS saying, rerouting. Please make a U-turn. And here's what those signs often look like. First, you're not satisfied with surface-level anything. We're talking emotional fast food. Small talk. Motivational quotes recycled on Instagram with pastel backgrounds. It all feels a bit stale. Like trying to quench your thirst with soda when what your soul really wants is spring water from a mountaintop. And if you're wondering why you suddenly crave solitude, deep conversations, or random rabbit holes about healing trauma and past life regressions yet, that's the upgrade kicking in. This is no longer about chasing validation. You're craving substance. The kind of spiritual protein that sticks to your ribs. You want soul food, not snacks. And the Leo in you, the regal part that's here to lead and inspire, knows fluff won't fuel a mission. Then there's the divine urgency. Not anxiety. Not hustle culture in disguise. This is a different kind of energy. It's that inner go signal that won't leave you alone. You keep hearing the same messages from different people, feeling the same nudge at 2 a.m., catching signs in songs, license plates, TikTok videos. Hey, Spirit uses whatever medium's trending. It's not panic. It's a holy insistence, now or never, Leo. The jungle's been quiet long enough. And just when you try to get your plans in order, they shift. Your calendar suddenly means nothing. Your "this is how it should go" flowchart? Useless. 1 minute, it's a sure thing. The next, it falls apart. And no, it's not that God is trying to sabotage you. Spirit doesn't break things just for fun. What feels like chaos is often divine redirection. You were aiming for good. God's aiming for glorious. Sometimes the delay is the miracle. You just don't recognize it yet because it doesn't come wrapped in instant gratification. Then there's this wild shift. Your appetite for drama fades. The things that used to fire you up, arguments, petty gossip, scrolling through comment sections like they were the Roman Colosseum. Suddenly, you're like, Netflix binges lose their sparkle. Even your favorite reality show feels like a waste of reincarnation. And no shade if you still love a good plot twist, but now, you're just more selective with what energy you let in. Your spirit is craving depth, not dopamine. And here's the one that throws most Leos off: you feel isolated. That part hits hard. Because Leo energy thrives on connection, audience, admiration, even if you're the quiet type. So when friends go quiet, texts go unanswered, or you just stop vibing with people you've known forever, it can feel like punishment. But hear me, this is sacred separation. When God wants to speak clearly, the room must be cleared first. Distractions have to go. Clutter must fall away. Sometimes that means people, places, even versions of yourself that no longer fit where you're headed. It's not rejection. It's spiritual preservation. Your future self is already waiting in the next room. But she needs space to walk in. Let me say it like this: if you're in the in-between right now, no longer who you were, not yet fully who you're becoming, that's the exact space where upgrades happen. The discomfort, the silence, that's the spiritual download installing. Just like your phone updates at night while you're sleeping, your soul is doing the same. So if you're seeing these signs, Leo, don't panic. Don't backtrack. Don't gaslight yourself into thinking you're lost. You're not lost. You're being fine-tuned for something more powerful than you imagined. And when the upgrade is complete, the roar that comes out of you, it won't just wake up your destiny. It'll shift the whole jungle. Let's talk about something that doesn't get enough airtime in spiritual circles: the cost of playing small. And yes, Leo, I'm looking at you. You, with the potential to light up rooms, lead with heart, and shift atmospheres just by walking into a space and being fully present. But if you've been shrinking to fit into spaces that stopped growing years ago, or silencing your roar so others don't feel insecure, well, we need to have a cosmic heart-to-heart. Here's the truth, straight no chaser: if you delay your roar, others stay asleep. That's not spiritual poetry, that's energetic law. Your light isn't ornamental, it's functional. It was never meant to be mood lighting. It's a lighthouse. People are literally trying to find their way in the dark, and your fear of shining too bright? That's keeping them lost. And before you say, "But I'm just trying to be humble," let me remind you, delayed obedience is still disobedience. Playing small doesn't protect people. It disorients them. And spiritually speaking, you were never built to be a flicker. Matthew 5:14-16 doesn't say, you are the dimmer switch of the world. No, my friend. It says, you are the light. The city on a hill, high beam, can't miss it kind of light. So take off the spiritual hoodie. Stop hiding behind modesty that's really fear in a fake mustache. Your roar has timing. And that time is now. Let's talk about that fire in your chest, Leo, the part of you that can't stay silent when something feels unjust, unfair, or downright out of alignment with truth. That deep care you carry for justice, loyalty, and authenticity? That's not a personality quirk. That's purpose in disguise. You didn't randomly wake up one day and start seeing through the noise. You were wired for this. Spirit doesn't put that much heart into someone without a reason. In the year of triumph 2025, we need to understand that not all blessings come wrapped in confetti and applause. Some of them arrive wearing work boots and carrying responsibility. You're not just being blessed, you're being burdened with something holy. A divine assignment. Something bigger than your ego and louder than your comfort zone. And yes, I know Leo loves a little applause, but what you're carrying now, it's not for entertainment. It's for transformation. Let me remind you of someone you've probably heard of, Joseph. Yeah, the one with the Technicolor dream coat. Misunderstood. Thrown into a pit. Falsely accused. Left behind. Sounds familiar? He wasn't being punished. He was being positioned. Every setback was a setup. Every delay, a hidden doorway. That's how spirit works. It doesn't just hand you destiny, it prepares you to carry it. So Leo, those battles you've faced? The betrayals that still sting a little when it rains? They weren't just random misfortunes. They were dress rehearsals for your destiny. You've been forged in the fire because you're meant to lead in the storm. And when you finally release your roar, not just for show, but for purpose, trust me, the whole jungle listens. Not because you're loud, but because you're aligned. Let's get one thing clear, Leo, your breakthrough isn't just about you. I know, that might sound a little offensive at first. After all, you've been through it. The setbacks, the heartbreaks, the betrayals that left you questioning everything, including your own reflection. And yet here you are, still standing, still roaring, even if it's a little raspy some days. But hear me when I say this, your survival wasn't the end game. It was just the beginning of your service. Your breakthrough isn't some spiritual all-inclusive resort where you kick back and sip coconut water under the divine sun. Nope. It's a public rescue mission. Because when a Leo rises, others remember how to stand. Your healing isn't just healing, it's a blueprint. Every scar on your heart is now a lantern for someone else's darkness. You were wounded, yes, but you were wounded to be wise. That pain gave you empathy. That silence gave you discernment. And now? That roar of yours carries weight. Even the strongest lion has moments of surrender. Think about Jesus in Gethsemane, not a moment of weakness, but of willingness. Even he had to set aside the crown to carry the cross. And Leo, that's what separates performers from purpose-driven souls. You're not here to impress. You're here to impact. This isn't about ego anymore, it's about evolution. So if you've been wondering why life's been so heavy lately, why the climb feels personal and the pain unusually precise, it's because the mission is bigger than you. You're not just rising for yourself. You're rising for your bloodline. For your community. For every soul that needs proof that light can come from fire. And you, Leo? You are that proof. Let's not sugarcoat it, Leo, the jungle's been eerily quiet without you. And sure, Silence has its sacred place, even a lion naps in the sun, but this isn't that kind of quiet. This is the uncomfortable, unnatural quiet that happens when someone meant to lead goes missing from their own stage. The truth? The world hasn't just been waiting, it's been longing for your roar. Now I get it. Life has humbled you. Maybe even benched you for a while. Maybe you got used to playing small, telling yourself, I'm just observing, or I'll come out when the time is right. But let me lovingly tell you, this is the time. Not next week. Not once Mercury goes direct. Not when your confidence hits 100%. Now. Because you weren't born to be background noise. You weren't designed to tiptoe through life, apologizing for your strength or dimming your brilliance so others don't squint. That's not humility, Leo. That's hesitation wearing a spiritual hoodie. This is your divine activation moment. The crown has been forged. The path has been cleared. The only thing missing is you, saying yes to the call that's already written in your bones. So go ahead. Stand up. Speak out. Roar. The jungle is listening. Let me say this clearly, Leo, you are not forgotten. Not by heaven, not by the universe, and definitely not by the assignment written into your soul. You may have felt overlooked, misunderstood, or even a little lost lately, but trust me, Spirit hasn't skipped your name. It's still etched on the scroll. Permanent ink. No eraser. And right now, at this sacred moment in the year of triumph 2025, something is shifting in your atmosphere. You can feel it, can't you? That subtle fire in your chest. That whisper behind the noise. It's not just emotion, it's divine memory waking up inside you. So I say, let the fire fall. Let favor find you in unexpected places. Let healing wrap around you like sunlight through stained glass. It's your time to rise, not with performance, not with pressure, but with presence. Just your true self, finally taking up the space you were born to occupy. And now, Leo, here's your cosmic nudge. You're not just being stirred by inspiration, you're being activated by purpose. The stretching you're feeling? That's growth. The refining? That's preparation. And the glory? That's already yours, you just have to walk in it. Say yes to the unknown. Say yes to the version of you that scares and excites you at the same time. Because let's be honest, the jungle has been too quiet without its king. And if this message resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Share the light. Hit that like button, leave a comment below, I read them all, and if you haven't already, subscribe to Golden Fortune Leo, your sacred space to recharge, realign, and remember who you are. This isn't just astrology. This is your soul, coming back online. And I, for one, am honored to witness it.